Hello, my name is Walter Cooper, and I will be doing a quick review of Mac OS X 10.10 Yosemite. All right, we're going to look at a few features, a few of the perks, a few of the and some cons. Well, to get started, the Spotlight is one of the big new features, and I'll just use an example that they did in the developer console in California yesterday. All right, so one, you can type in movies, like we'll type in, like they did, Godzilla. All right, it's going to give you a Wikipedia page, a glance, or you can see the full article. Movies on iTunes that you can stream, trailers, and the plot summary, and then also what's in the theaters. All right, and there you go. It even tells you your time based on your location, and etc. All right, another one will be their new Safari. Now, what Safari is supposed to do is supposed to be more enhanced with HTML5 and other features. So, if you run Netflix, it's supposed to do it without a plugin, which I kind of find out that is true, but I'm not going to be demoing Netflix. Um, and just some basic sites. Your favorites bar, if you do use Safari, your favorites still are there. You can bring back your favorite. You can bring back your favorites bar. So as you can see, or in some cases it'll drop down right here. For some reason it doesn't want to do it to me. Um, is it faster? Well, in my opinion, it's more improved. So we'll just click Apple's website for right now. All right. Well, how do you make a new tab? Well, very simple. Just like in iOS 7, you click the plus. There you go, and you can keep going on, and that's it. Now, another thing that it has added, which it still syncs with your Safari on iPhone, iPad, or iPod. And before I continue, full view. When it comes to full screening apps, as you can see in the top right, the arrow, the way it's pointing, there is no more full screen right there. However, they merged it with the green button that used to be the plus. So you would do like this. And of course, you click right here. You have all your favorites. You have your reading, as you can see, and you have your shares. Another thing they added was a share button up here. So if you want to share this page to whatever you'd like, you got email messages, AirDrop, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and so on. So we'll share this to Facebook. We'll share this. So there you go. And then post. You can still do, obviously, the swipe functions. You can still do mission control. You can still use the magic trackpad functions for launchpad. Uh, this still stayed the same. The dashboard, I kind of miss Snow Leopard's feature would come down and do the water effect on good stuff. The App Store doesn't really look different. I mean, not really right now because this is the developer preview. But when the full version does come out, I'm pretty sure it would, and look different. All right, so we're gonna go back here. It's already saved. All right, so and of course, you can always go back and do as you wish with full screen or exiting. It will exit the full screen. Now, the Mac I am currently using is actually a 2009 Mac. If you have the MacBook Pro, MacBook Pro 2000, mid 2009, Yosemite actually works when it comes to MacBook Pro from mid 2007 and up. So don't worry, they're not gonna force you to have the 2012 model or later. No. So we'll do about this Mac. So it's a 13-inch 2009, the Intel Core 2 Duo, 4 gigs of memory, the NVIDIA GeForce 9400M with 256 megs of dedicated memory. And of course, your display, storage, a little bit more details in this menu. Your super drive, obviously, and I actually like this right here. tells you the photos, kind of like iTunes did with your iPhone. Um, your memory, support, and services, system preferences. I actually like that icon. It actually looks pretty nice. It's about the same. Really, no big difference. Don't get confused on that dot. You can't really make it black and blue. Now there is one mode I really don't know how to do called dark mode, and what happens is it kind of changes from this gray up here transparency to like more of a dark. All right. So another feature we're going to talk about, which is pretty useful since Mavericks, which is notifications. All right. Now before I get to what today is, well, my friend right here, she posted a new photo, so you can see. Now there is a trick on the Magic Trackpad. If you do not know, take like two fingers out from on the right side off the trackpad and just kind of swipe onto the trackpad, and that will pop up. All right. Well, like before, um, it just used to be like notifications. They now added a today. Here's a date. Here's a social network. You can still post to Facebook. See right here. Share your location. You can do it with Twitter, iMessage, LinkedIn. You have the weather. I live in the Woodlands, Texas. These are called widgets, and they added the widgets. This kind of looks like the notification center on the iOS 7. It really does look like it. So that was kind of their goal, to kind of match everything together. When more widgets come, it'll be able to you'll be able to have more. Like they use the ESPN widget, but I that's not on here. And of course, by using me, I'm using three fingers to move this up and down. You can also do the world clock, and when you're done, hit done. So you actually can, swipe real quick. You can actually scroll down, and you can use the calculator. So it's pretty convenient. Stocks, you can even remove your reminders, sync in from your iPhone and whatnot. Now, there's a couple of features I cannot review because I don't have the iOS 8 developer preview, which is I will eventually do that, but which is like if you go to start an email right here on the left side of the Finder icon, it'll show that you're typing an email and something, and you can finish it on your Mac by clicking it, and vice versa with your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch 5th generation. Um, iOS 8, if you're curious, it's for the iPhone 4S and up. Unfortunately, I have an iPhone 4, so I couldn't get it anyway. Uh, if you have service with your phone can be in the other room, and if it has you have a phone call coming in, the Mac will ring. Same with your iPad, iPod Touch 5th generation, and yeah. You can also, another thing that changed in messages. We'll click messages now. I really don't. I really can't demo this part right this second. One thing that they changed was, all right, well, if you go to iMessage someone, we'll just push something random there. All right, well, it'll pop up on your phone and everything. Well, if you get text messages from someone with a non-Apple phone, then you don't see that. They changed that. You can actually now call, receive text, and call, send, and receive text messages, even make phone calls using your Mac by highlighting the number, sort of like a Skype function. Um, and so forth. I'll use it, iMessage. The phone calls will come up here in the top right, and it actually looks pretty cool. A few other features, mail. All right, I actually thought this was pretty cool, the markup function. So right here, I already have one started. Okay. All right, so I took a screenshot earlier. If it will work for me, maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll actually full screen this here. If it would kind of, well, maybe not. All right. If you'll just give me a second, I will actually do a new message. Okay. So I'm gonna send an email to myself. All right. So what? My email. And we're gonna do Apple Mark. All right. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a quick screenshot of just the desktop, and I don't know why you're still here. All right, there we go. Which screenshots, a full screenshot on the Mac is Command Shift 3. Okay, just in case any of y'all were wondering how. It's not like Windows, and you can simply drag and drop a photo in here. That easy. Give it a second to, I guess you could say, upload or whatnot. All right. Now there's a new thing called markup, and if I can get to it, yeah, it's kind of inconvenient on a 13-inch screen. All right, so which would be not right there. All right. What markup does is you're able to draw on the photo before you send it, and when you do an arrow, and hopefully I can. We'll actually do medium size. All right, that's fine. That's just an example. And if I can actually find markup, which would be, it was in the top right, but for some reason it's not letting me do this here. Okay, for, no. Well, for some reason, okay, I think I actually have to highlight the image. No, well, let's see. Fortunately, it didn't want to show up for me. It usually shows up over here, and I'm not understanding why it's not. But however, in another review, I will show you markup once I figure this out. It, for some reason, it's being stubborn. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the mail application. They did change a lot into the mail. I'll go into the mail application later. One thing that I am having a problem with on the mail with IO 10.10 is it likes to freeze for some weird reason. Like you go to tell it to quit, it doesn't want to quit, and it's actually got frozen for me before. So I would actually have to sometimes do this: force quit, mail, force quit, yes. All right. I do like the new trash can. It's kind of uh, transparent, and it kind of does look like a transparent trash can. Yes. Continue. Good. Maybe not. Whatever. Other than that, that's so far the basic features. FaceTime's still the same now. If I remember correctly, and I'm going to go look through, let's see if they did. Yep, they did. They took out photo booth, and I actually liked photo booth. I'm not sure. We can check Spotlight. So we'll erase Godzilla photo booth, and it looks like they took it out. Yeah, that's me. Shut up. All right. Yep. Because I remember when I installed this and upgraded, photo booth was like right here in this corner or this part of the dock, and it would be a question mark. And I'm like, man. Preview. I guess real quick, we'll take a couple more looks, and then I'll end this. Contacts and calendars. Okay, sure. Here's the contacts. Not every app is still full screen. Everything still looks the same. And, it's still the basics. Your calendar is right here. Now, this comes from my Facebook, so I'm not sure why. There will be calendar alerts on the left end, so, Independence Day, like, it's a little bit cleaner. There's more features, obviously. So, and then preview is basically still the same. There's a new feature where photos will be edited, kind of like an Instagram feature, but that's another time, another day. Because overall, so far, I like it. The only thing I wish that I could change was back here in the dock, that gray background. That kind of takes away from the image. I wish they would make it to where you can remove the dock. Like, for an example, even if I were to go in here, I don't think there is a at all. So, and like this, these kind of float, and it's just the icons. Take away that background bar. See, so overall, Mac OS X 10.10 Yosemite is, I give it a 7 out of 10 so far. I was thinking like a 6.5, but however, it it has its perks because one of the big perks I was going to talk about was my battery life. Considering this is an old Mac, for an example, we're going to open this right here, battery dying. Mavericks was a real bad memory hog, and it drained the battery. This actually increased. This my battery capacity increased from 42 to 62. This actually sometimes is a little bit inaccurate, considering this isn't really built for Yosemite. Uh, but it increased my battery a lot better for a 5-year-old computer. Uh, so, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys sign up for the beta. And I'm pretty sure the beta would be a lot better, a little bit running better. So, all right.